Hello everyone, myself Dr. Jyoti Mandala. Welcome you all to the video lectures on object-oriented programming through Java. Up to our last video, we learned about some keywords like this keyword and static keyword. From this lecture onwards, we'll be learning in detail about feature of Java programming, that is about inheritance. So in this lecture, let us learn about introduction to inheritance. Now what is this inheritance is? Normally the literal meaning of inheritance is acquiring the properties which is already available and we are making use of those properties. Like a son inherits the property called house which is gained by the father. So the same thing will be applied in our Java programming here also, where it is a process of acquiring the properties. Like in this case in Java programming language, properties are nothing but methods and fields. Whatever methods or fields are there of another class, so the present class can acquire those properties, and that feature is nothing but as inheritance. Now what is the use of this inheritance is, inheritance is used to achieve the reusability concept. Reusability is, suppose a class is already defining a method. Now you are writing a new class. Now you want to write the same code in this or you want to write the same method in your present class. Now by using this inheritance, simply by inheriting that class into your present class, no need to write down the same code once again. So what we can do is, whatever is already existing as part of your methods or fields, that can be used, that can be reused in your present class. So that concept is easily done by using your inheritance. So because of this reusability, what happens is the burden to the user is reduced, where same repeated work cannot be required to do once again. So reusability is achieved by our inheritance. Now how the reusability can be achieved? Simply by extending a class. So everything will be written as part of Java programming, everything will be written in the class only. Now Java, one class, if it extends another class, then what are all the features are there in that class can be used by this present class. So extending an existing class is nothing but reusing the properties of that existing class. Now the class whose properties are extended, that means the main class whose properties we want to extend, that class is referred as our super class or base class or parent class, and the class whichever is extending that properties is referred as subclass or derived class or a child class. So from this super class, the subclass will be getting the properties. Okay, now whenever you want to get the properties, we can get the properties by extending that class or by implementing the interface. Now we have a new feature also called as interface, but in this lecture we are not going to learn in detail about the interface. We will be learning about how a class can be extended, but in our future classes we will be learning about what actually an interface is, how it can be implemented. But for the time being, you all need to understand this reusability, like inheritance can be achieved by extending a class or by implementing an interface. In future you will be learning what is the difference between a class and an interface also, right? But here you need to understand, all of you, like inheritance can be achieved, that means reusability can be achieved by a class or by an interface. But if you want to achieve by a class, you need to extend that class, or if you want to achieve by an interface, then you need to implement that interface. Okay, so if you want to define any subclass, let us consider any subclass you are defining. Normal class, how to define and all, you all are clear with that. But if you want to get an already if you are defining a new class and that class wants to get the properties of already existing class, then how can you define? The syntax is very simple. You need to write, the syntax is like class, you need to write on the whatever class name you want to use, and then if this class want to extend an already existing class properties, then you need to use a keyword called extends, and then you need to write down the class name, that whichever class properties you want to extend. And then within this two braces, you need to write down what are all the variable declarations and method declarations and constructors, everything that are related to this class. Now this class can get the properties that are defined here, and also this class can get the properties that are defined in this super class also. We'll see in detail with an example also. right? Now here you need to understand here the keyword extend signifies that the properties of the superclass, whatever we have properties in the sense the variables, methods and constructors, that whatever are defined in the superclass are extended to the subclass. So whatever there here, no need to write one more time in this one. Simply by using the subclass object we can refer to the superclass properties also. Understood? But here you need to remember one point. If any property in the superclass is defined as a private member, then that private member cannot be inherited in your subclass. That is one thing you need to understand. So private members, that means private is nothing but the things will be used in this superclass only. So the members which are made as private in the superclass cannot be extended, cannot be used by your subclass. Got it? So this is how a subclass can be defined. Now whenever you want to define, I told you like to make use of this reusability concept. I told you like you can extend a class or you need to implement an interface. So whenever you want to extend any class, you need to write class. Let us consider B wants to get the properties of A, then you need to write class B extends class A, and within the flower braces you need to write on all the statements whatever you want to have. So in this case class A is called as a superclass and class B is called as a subclass. Now diagrammatically if you want to represent, you need to represent like this. That means B and A both are classes, then B will be acquiring the properties whatever are there in A, but not the vice versa. You need to understand that one. B can get the properties of A, but A can't get the properties of B. Okay, so this is how one way by using the extends keyword. The other way is class B implements A. In this case A is not a class, A is an interface and B is a class. Okay, now class B is getting the properties of interface interface A. In future you will be learning what actually an interface is, but for the time being you can understand like reusability can be achieved by extending a class or by implementing an interface. So if you are extending if you want to get the properties of A interface, then you need to use a keyword called implements, but if you want to get the properties of a class, then you need to use an extends keyword. Okay, and diagrammatically if you want to see here it is a solid line, here it is a dashed line. Why? Because we are getting the properties of the interface. Okay, so this is the way how reusability can be achieved. Now we'll see the different types or different ways inheritance can be achieved. The first way you can achieve the inheritance is by single inheritance. Single inheritance is nothing but one class getting the properties of one more class. That's it. So this can be a class or this can be an interface. So this is an example of your single inheritance. Okay, so this will be diagrammatically represented like this. We are getting class B is getting the properties of only one class. That means single inheritance. We have the other way which is called as hierarchical inheritance. In the hierarchical inheritance, more than one class is getting the properties of a same class. So A is getting the properties of X, B is getting the properties of X class and C is getting the properties of X class, or else A, B, C classes are getting the are implementing the interface X. So here we can say it is hierarchical. Here it is single, one to one, but here one to many. Got it? So this is about hierarchical inheritance. We have the one more, that is multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance is nothing but diagrammatically it will be represented like this, where class C can inherit the properties of B, class B can inherit the properties of A. That means in turn we can say C can refer to A also. Why? Because indirectly it has been connected to A. Okay, so in a multi-level way we are getting the inheritance, we are reusing the properties. So this is one way of achieving the inheritance which is called as multi-level inheritance. Observe here, A is the superclass of B, B is the superclass of C, okay, C is the subclass of B, C is the subclass of A also. Okay, and in this case A, B, C all are classes. Here A and B are interfaces where C is extending that one. So this is multi-level inheritance. We have one more which is called as a multiple inheritance. Here you can see C wants to get the properties of A and B, both the classes, but in Java it is not at all supported. So a class cannot get the properties of more than one class. You need to understand that one. A class cannot get the properties of more than one class, but a class can get the properties of more than one interface. This is supported by Java. This is not at all supported by Java. You need to make a note of this one, all of you. A class cannot get the properties of more than one class, but a class can get the properties of more than one interface. Okay, you all know here we are going to use the extend keywords. Anyways, it is not supported by Java. Here we are going to use the implements keyword. So these are the four different types or the four different forms the way inheritance can be achieved: single inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and multiple inheritance. If you see multiple inheritance in detail, so whenever you want to achieve multiple inheritance, we can achieve multiple inheritance only by implementing the multiple interfaces, not by extending the multiple classes. To understand this one, let me show you one simple example. A class can extend simple class and can implement more than one interface. Observe here, Z is extending a class, but it is implementing two interfaces. So this is okay. There is no problem with this. That means Z is a class which is extending a class, that means which is represented by a solid line, and Z is implementing two interfaces which is represented by a dashed line, which is okay. This is correct one. But if you see the other one, class Z extends AB. That means if you are writing extends, it is nothing but A and B both are classes. This is wrong. It is not supported by the Java. This is wrong. Okay, only one class can be extended. Or else you may think like this also, class Z extends A, extend B. You may think like that, we can write like this also. No, this is also not supported by the Java. This is also wrong. So multiple inheritance can be achieved only in this fashion, where class Z implements CD we can write, but class Z extends AB or class Z extends A, extends B, these two are not supported in our Java programming language. Right? So this is how different types of inheritance are possible. So this is about the introduction to our inheritance concept in our Java programming language. Basically, the main thing why we are using this inheritance is to achieve reusability concept. Okay, so with this we can come to an end of our today's class, where we learned about introduction to inheritance. From the next class onwards, we will be learning in detail about each and every type of inheritance, like single inheritance in detail with example, hierarchical, multi-level inheritance. All these things we will learn in detail in our from the next class onwards. So with this we can come to an end of our today's class. Let us all meet in our next lecture. Until then, thank you all of you.